Hey guys, it's Will. Hopefully, you're having a great day today. So, every once in a while, we find undervalued opportunities, and one of those opportunities that I've identified has been CTM. And I say I because, I don't want to urge you to invest in anything that would be high risk, which it kind of is because it's a lower cap stock. Um, but we've been doing some coverage on it. This morning, we were trading SOXL after a profitable trade, buying the dip on APLD. We ended up buying this APLD dip this morning, and we ended up buying at 483 and sold at 515. So it was a great live session this morning. And then we just, after locking some profits, portfolio still up on the day despite the market correction. We got into SOXS. But let's take a look at, so that one's the semiconductor market actually. Just keep that in mind. It sold off big this morning, so we're looking for a correction to kick in. Well, let's take a look at CTM. So CTM stock, and I want to clean up, maybe take the different drawings out, or maybe we could leave them here. Is up about 15% today. Now we have this move that we've been kind of watching for the last few weeks of a potential recovery back up into this $1.50 range. Now they are facing this resistance, which we did kind of expect here. This is a previous resistance at $1.15. And it looks like they're breaking above and they're trying to make that run, continue that run up into that $1.50. So it's good to see it up 15% today. Why is it up 15% so far? Well, CTM stock, from a valuation perspective, has had a lot of things they've done that would attract more institutional interest. So one of the things they've done that's really caught our attention, as we're a long-term investor in them, is they've continued to add to their contracts. Now, they have this really interesting balance sheet where they just continue to grow their assets, and their assets are up to about $43 million in the last quarter, with liabilities are down to 11. So annually, they're increasing their assets and improving their balance sheet. And then from a income statement perspective, they're making about $14 million per quarter. Now, as a company that has a market cap of, well, yesterday they were at 92 million. Now they're at 109 million. They're slowly and steadily building out some of the growth that they would need to see as a company that is looking to capitalize on the defense industry and being a company that processes large amounts of data for the US government. That's where their growth has really come from. So they signed a $100 million deal back here with Naval Air Systems, and that was a bigger than their market cap type of deal. So not only has their market cap surged about 16 million today, but they've also, with combined with the financials, started to come out with some other articles that seem to indicate they're on the right track with trend, which we always talk about phases of AI. First phase might be, the LLMs. Second phase, we might see the software side of things. Third phase might be the robotics side of things. And we're still very much in the AI phase in the first stage um, of LLMs, but also moving to the software side, which is agentic AI. So AIs that do things for you, kind of like, I guess, robotics that serve you, but they're basically on software. And so Castellum Inc. is moving into agentic AI for the US government. And they specialize in, cybersecurity, electronic warfare, and all those things. And they recently partnered with Quorio. And the big quote here was, "We believe that organizational processes within the government sector can be enhanced by AI that is accurate and verifiable." And Castellum is an excellent partner for us to pursue the opportunity. And they partnered with this company out of Berkeley, California, on doing agentic AI for government contracts. So as they continue to build out some of their pipelines, they've also raised some money back in early summer. The financials have continued to look good, and their operations continue to ramp up with about 238 million employees. To see them into that 150 to $200 million market cap, I think could be quite possible for this company. As we've traded them quite often and seen them make that move, we've traded them from 87 cents to $1.50 earlier this year even, and we've been covering them since around 60 to 80 cents a share, somewhere in here. And I have long-term positions at about 87 cents a share that we've been holding on CTM stock. So they had a really nice candlestick today. We see them shoot up to $1.18. They have $1.15 support, and we'll see if they can hold that 115 to continue up into about $1.45. So the value here is that while they're a small company, 100 million, and that's dangerous because what happens is, today we had 15 million go in. We were doing the math in our daily live session we just wrapped up in Stockmate, and we were looking at how much investment would they have to get to jump 18%, which they jumped at market open, and 16.5 million is the answer. So in other words, they haven't seen institutional ownership kick in yet. If you look at the institutional holdings, they're still at 7.49% institutional ownership. So basically, banks and institutions have hardly even touched any investments in CTM and haven't increased their positions or bought CTM. So they're the type of company that I believe has institutional attracting value. Increased positions at 23, decreased at 8, which indicates more growth for them in the near term. You see the Vanguard group is there. Bank of New York is there. State Street is there with positions. But again, only making up about 7.5%, which is just peanuts compared to what we normally see. If you look at a company like Rocket Lab, for example, they have institutional ownership of 56%. If you look at a company like APLD, which is data centers, we actually traded them this morning. They dropped 8% in our live session. We ended up trading them, and we made 4% on $4,000 investment. So we ended up making just a little bit over, I think we made a little bit over $100. So that was good. And when it came to that position, it was just a smaller trade. But what you can see is that APLD also has 52% institutional ownership. So essentially what that means is, let's say that we see them jump to, 30% institutional ownership. Well, if they jump to 30% ownership, you right now at $109 million market cap, they're under 10%. But that would be about another $20 million or $25 million that would influx into their market cap. And we could see them jump to, from there, another move up into this $1.50 range. That's just at another 20% increase of institutional ownership. We don't know. It could be just retail investors right now, but we're fine with it. Portfolio's up about 2.1% today, and we've been in it for a while, so it's good to see that green candlestick today. Comment your thoughts below on CTM. What are you watching, and why are you tuned in to see the video on CTM stock today? And how do you feel about the financials or the institutional holdings on CTM, or where they're going right now? They did lead the market. The market was down today, but we were able to take advantage of some trades regardless. If you guys ever want to tune on into our daily live trading sessions in Stockmate, it's the second link in the description below. If I earned your thumbs up, hit the like button. Do consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.